Hello, welcome back to the Lockdown Diaries. I'm Jay, and this is my little way of getting through this lockdown. As you can see, the hairdressers are still closed. My hair has gone a little bit wild and there is nothing I can do about it. I used to ask my wife to cut my hair, but I don't want to. And I don't want to get in trouble. Anyway, over the last week or so, I've been recording a little bit of information about my grandfather's involvement in the Siege of Calais, and discovering that my uncle was also there at the time. Completely unrelated sides of the family, but same place, same time. It was quite fascinating. So today I've got a small update with my grandfather's diary, 80 years to the day, and I've also got a small extract from my uncle's memoirs which detail his involvement at the Siege of Calais. Alongside that, I've managed to track down ship's logs from the vessels that my uncle was involved in. As a Royal Marine, they travel by sea, it's what they do, and I've managed to track down ship's log for his main vessel and also for the evacuation vessel. So first, my grandfather's diary entry. Saturday, 25th of May 1940. Enemy now attacking on 3 fronts. All brigades suffer heavy losses. French still carry on unceasing retreat towards Dunkirk. Heavy air attacks, only defence Bren guns. Mortars brought into action by enemy who have closed right in. 6 PM given orders to evacuate wounded to Dunkirk. Hospital ship can be seen but cannot approach. Left Calais by Sands carrying stretcher. Discarded rifle. Covered on flanks by C Company IRB. Approximately 10 kilos from Calais, machine gunned by enemy. To really understand what that means is incredibly hard for me. That's not an experience that I have ever had to consider. It's not something I can relate to in any way. 10 kilometres carrying a man on a stretcher is just phenomenal. That they threw down their rifles, their last method of protecting themselves just to get to Dunkirk. That desperation must have just permeated every ounce of their being. And despite the fact that my grandfather was a professional soldier, they must have been terrified. At the same time, my Uncle Jack arrived at Calais aboard HMS Verity. They were put ashore in the morning and he was sent to set up a machine gun along the main road and covering the canal out of town. There he watched countless soldiers come streaming through. He noted the number of wounded and the number of dead. And as a young boy, he was only 18 and had just signed up, he was shocked. Over the course of the day, he was moved from position to position by various officers. They didn't see the enemy, they didn't fire a shot. All they saw was the impact that the enemy was having on the city of Calais as they watched the great plumes of acrid smoke come rising from the city itself. They settled down in the evening, low on food, having not been properly supplied, and their captain took the lieutenant with him to go and join up with an army column, leaving the young machine gunners to sit and watch the main road into town. That's all I have for today. There's more tomorrow from both Jack Beadle and Ron Walker and their slice of the war. One of the main reasons I'm doing this is to make sure that the story of Calais isn't forgotten in the run-up to Dunkirk. There is a lot of fanfare about Dunkirk and the successful evacuation of British and French and other Allied troops, but there is little historical recognition for the brave actions of those at Calais, which I think is wrong. Without the Siege of Calais, the Germans would have had a much larger force to push into Dunkirk, so those brave men who fought at Calais really did enable that evacuation. Thanks for watching. Check back tomorrow for more information and a continuation of the series.